Hey traders, TG Watkins here. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 patterns that help me make money every week. And we have been seeing a lot of these actually showing up in the market recently. Some of them are on weekly charts, some daily, some hourly. The patterns that I show you can pretty much be found on any kind of time frame. You just have to figure out what kind of trader you are, if you're a day trader versus a swing trader versus a longer term investor. But these are the kind of patterns that I love. Some of them involve the Moxy Indicator, which is where you guys can find the proprietary indicator that I've created called the Moxy Indicator over at simplertrading.com/Moxy. So let's get into it and show you guys what these patterns are that help me trade in the markets. All right, the first one, and you guys probably all know about this and have heard about them, but the cup with handle. Now, the thing about this with the cup with handle is that when I was reading, How to Make Money in the Stock Market by William O'Neill, the one thing that really stuck with me about the cup with handle is that he said that there were 3 kinds. There was the declining handle, the flat handle, or the increasing handle. So basically, as you can see here, this is a pretty good illustration. You've got the cup, and then you have the handle. Now, this is the one thing that you need to think about, like what actually is, what's the principle of what's going on here. We'll get to that in a second. But when you have a previous high like that kind of forms resistance, and then the declining handle is where price then comes down like this. And the one thing that really stood out for me from the book was that the declining handle was the strongest setup for the cup with handle pattern. And as I've been trading for years and kind of figured this out, I think the understanding is that basically it lets price rest. It maybe shakes out the weak hands, and then it also pulls back to some support area, and that is what helps it really move up. So that's why the declining handle is the strongest. The next one would be the flat handle, simply because, well, again, price resting and kind of holding support. But then the increasing handle is kind of the weakest because you've come like this, you've got your handle, and then you can kind of increase, and then you're supposed to go up from there. It's probably just hard to kind of keep that kind of momentum up. And so that's where I think actually the declining handle coming down into support to shake out those weak hands and then rally after that is some of the best cup with handle setups that we can see. Now, here is an example one. This is from GDX. Now, obviously, if you guys look at GDX, it's had a really, really big move, and this is what helped set up that move all the way back in January 2025. And if you see in through here, you can see where price came down, and then notice we have price come up. Now, kind of looks, there you go, there's your cup. And I know it's not perfectly, double top, doesn't have to be, but what's happening is you come down to this cup area, and then look at this, there is your declining handle. And then you can see from there, price continued to move up. Okay, the handle doesn't have to be too long. I'm sure that there's some ratios and some numbers that, so many bars or something like that. But really, I think you just kind of look at this, and what you can see is that this declining handle did pretty nicely coming back down into the weekly 8, even tapped the weekly 21. So again, coming back into support. So the thing about this, like, what's the reason, or what's the function behind the cup with handle? Well, if you look at this, clearly price had been moving up for a while, and then it finally pulled back, and that kind of forms the first divot. Well, then you have price that comes up, and look at this. It's at a double top. So that's going to be natural resistance. That's kind of what forms the cup, is that the right-hand side comes up into a prior high, and price isn't just going to keep pushing past it. It's going to find that resistance and want to come back down a little bit. And then what you're doing is you're looking for that follow through to the upside. So that's kind of what forms the cup with handle, the prior resistance, the test to support, and then really you're looking for the breakout. And if you look at this one with GDX, you can see that there was actually a pretty nice trend line. And then once it broke out from that trend line and then even retested the trend line, that's when things really started going from there. I'll show you guys one more as far as the cup with handle. This is a current one. This is a current stock that we're looking at, AMSC. This is the weekly chart. And again, June 2026. So here is your first move up, and then you broke down. Look at that, nice base building, coming back up. And oh, look, why does it stop? Well, because it's coming back up to the previous high and some resistance. So there's your cup. And look what it's doing, declining handle as we speak. So this is on our watch list. This is something we're looking at and just waiting for the right opportunity to get into. But nice big setup here, similar to that GDX trade. All right, now this is another one. This is one that I've kind of coined myself. It is the trampoline move. As you guys can see, kind of have fun with it. The idea here is that when you look at charts and you look at price, it's literally like price is jumping on a trampoline and it gets shot up. Now this one does involve the Moxy Indicator, because the part of what makes it the trampoline, or what gives us the springs from the trampoline, is that we have the Moxy Indicator above 0. So the combination is, so what it is that if you look here, it is price below the 50 SMA, And again, doesn't matter what time frame, just price below the 50 SMA while the Moxy indicator is above 0. So above 0 and then price below the 50, it sets it up like a trampoline, because what you're doing is you're jumping on it and then it shoots you up like this. And you can see this was NOW, the service now. This was the leverage ETF. We also traded the regular stock, and we made 450% on the option, and we made 110% on the leverage ETF for stock. And you can see that over here. We've got the alerts here for the exits. There's 450% and 110% for those trades. So really fun on that one. And this is a high pressure setup. When we see these and when they come across and work, clearly you can see the results that we get from here. I really like them. I love having the Moxy indicator as the backbone to tell me that, hey, most likely this isn't going to just continue to fail. In fact, you should probably be looking at this as a dip buy opportunity, and that's why I call it the trampoline move. We'll take another one. This is a little bit of a historical one. This was Marvell all the way back from April. And obviously Marvell is having a huge move. It's just been nonstop. But where did this start from? That's the thing that I like showing people, is that this big run actually started from 2 trampoline moves. And this is on the hourly charts. So here's price below the 50, Moxy indicator above 0. And you can see there was one move. And then you can see again, look at that big dip right there, price below the 50 SMA and the Moxy indicator above 0. So what this is telling us, that each time price dipped and the indicator stayed above 0, it was buoyant. It was like trying to push a beach ball underneath the water and having it shoot back up, or jumping on a trampoline and having it shoot you back up. And you could just see the results of this, and absolutely giant moves from these trampoline moves on the hourly chart for Marvell. This is another one that we're actively watching. This is FLNC, this is the weekly chart, and this was kind of back around May. Same situation. Look at price going below the 50 SMA. Notice the Moxy indicator above 0, and you can see just how well this thing has been working in through here, and it continues to move as this. So this is a current fresh setup that we're looking at. Opportunities to come into something like this should exist, and even at this could even be considered maybe a cup with declining handles. So you can always have a pattern within a pattern and see these kind of things out there in the world. So speaking of that, since this is a trampoline move, which is, remember, price below the 50, but the Moxy indicator above 0, let's use this same example, and I will show you another setup that this uses. And what it is I call it the first move versus the second move. The first move is basically, well, we call this a confirmation of the trend change. So what we can see here is that we had price move up, and then it pulled back, and then it goes again. So first move, second move. This helps me know when to size up for a real trade versus just kind of a bounce or a pop. And what I mean by that is, even though this was a big move, what I know about this is that as this was coming up, it is likely to pull back into the moving average. And the reason for that is because the moving average was trending down on this first one. So price trying to go up across that is actually a conflicting direction. That's the first move. You just have to get past the moving average. The second move is when price pulls back into the uptrending moving average and uses it for support. And so that's why there are like 3 different patterns. There's the first move, second move, there's the trampoline move, and there's a cup with handle, all in this one pattern that I've shown you guys. And so this could actually be a pretty powerful move and setup as time goes on for this particular ticker. Now, I say that it requires patience because it requires you understanding kind of where you are in this pattern. Are you in the beginning of the pattern, or are you in the second half of the pattern? Because if you're in the beginning of the pattern, well, you might need to wait in order for the second half to happen, or you need to be prepared that there could be a pullback, which is something that you'd be waiting for. And it's the pullback into the moving average that is actually the stronger moving average, the strength of the trade, and that's really the one you want to wait for. If we look at it over here, you can see this is RUM. This is kind of a past ticker back in October 24. I just like to show you guys a variety of examples, that these are always out there. And this is on the daily chart. Now, remember, the first move is price simply getting over the 50 SMA. So you could see that, you could see that, you could see that, and you can see that. Multiple times that price got over the 50 SMA, and you can see that they were basically false breakouts. And so this is where I say it requires patience, because it's not just about price getting over the 50 SMA, it's about price coming in and testing the 50 SMA. Even here, you can see how price came into an uptrending 50 SMA, held it, and that is where you started getting the big move. So, as I said, This is why it requires some patience, and you want to see confirmation. You don't want to just grab these things as price crosses over the 50, because sometimes they can just be bounces and downtrends. You need to wait for the confirmation, and the confirmation is later once they actually confirm support into that moving average. And then we'll do one more on this one. It's the first move versus second move. APP, this is actually, well, the stock, I'm trading this recently, but this is back July 2025. And once again, you can see here, there's the first move over the downtrending 50 SMA. And look at this, here's your second move into the uptrending 50 SMA. So again, first move, second move. Now, when you understand this pattern and you understand that price likes to test moving averages, it means you can wait and be prepared for that event to happen. So if you're seeing something like this and you're like, kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm missing it. I wish that I was in this trade. Man, it keeps going up and I just can't get in. Well, if you notice that it hasn't tested the moving average yet, well, maybe just wait. Wait for that pitch to come across your plate. And if you're just patient, more often than not, it will. And you can see here how price came down into that moving average and then gave you plenty of time to set up a trade before this thing launched to the upside. So that's another one as far as the first move, second move of showing you how to be patient with these trades and let them come to you. So I hope you guys enjoy that, got a little something from it. Remember, if you are interested in the Moxy Indicator or my trading room and want to learn a little bit more about how I trade and get some help out there, simplertrading.com/Moxy. We're always doing a $7 trial for 30 days if you guys want to come check it out. And I'd love to see you guys in the room. If you're new, come say hi in the chat box and then we'll welcome you in. So thanks again for checking out, and we'll see you at the next one.